Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube video on this channel. Today I want to play Austrian Hearts of Iron 4 and not the historical path where we go against Germany and try to survive the Anschluss, but rather I want to play the monarchist part where we go down here and we'll be able to annex our neighbors, get puppets out of them, and maybe defeat the Germans in the going. If they don't choose the monarchy path themselves. I hope you enjoy this video and leave a like and a comment below. And since it's my first video, maybe you could give me some feedback about like the video quality, the audio quality. It would be really great. So, first of all, we will choose the focus die Mai-Verfassung aufheben. It's going to give us a little bit support on neutral path, fascism, and stability, so as well as political power. We might as well build some military industry down here because we will need it. Our army isn't the best, but we need guns, for example. And then we will just take our army, give them this borderline here, and let them train for a little bit. Research-wise, we should probably get the infantry equipment guide, some parts of our industry, so basically the basic stuff. So then you will accelerate the game to get your focus trees faster done. Yeah. Alright, with that focus being done, we now can either choose to get communist, which we won't do in this video. If you want me to go the communist path, write it in the comments. You could also go the political opposite and go down the democratic path. And be honest, nobody plays Democrat, it's boring. We will go to the Reichsbund, the right choice to go down the monarchist path. It will give us base stability and will reduce the popularity of fascism down to 5%. It will take 70 days, so we might as well wait a little bit. In the meantime, we can look. So this event, it's always going to happen, the Phoenix scandal. And we could either just say, oh, it's bad and lose it, or we could like use 100 political power and try to keep it, which could be really useful later. I will for myself choose this path here, because then we could later go up here and get it done, or back here, and it has obviously really good advantages for us, like consumer goods factor, stability, war support, political power, and recruitment. Alright, and there's the thing we wanted to see. It's the German Civil War. Now we have the chance to get a monarchist Germany in this game, which would greatly support us. If they get democratic, you don't have to fear anything, because democrats will mostly go against the Soviets, not against the Austrians, but they will probably or maybe ask you to join their faction. You will see in your gameplay. So now you have the three options here. I will choose this one in this video. If you want me to play the other two options, just comment it. Jeez, I definitely hope they choose the monarchist path, because the democratic path, I don't like the democratic path. It's a little bit boring and the Germans get really powerful extremely fast. And if we have really bad luck on our side, then they will choose the communist path, which would be really bad for us, because then they will try to influence their neighbors to become communist, and that would come or play against us, because we will try to influence our neighbors to become monarchist. So it obviously is not going to be on our side. So we should hope, you should hope to get the monarchist, but it's a lot of luck. So now our leader is Otto von Habsburg, the monarchist, which is great for us, because now we can go the paths down here. So either we go the Donau-Föderation or the Vermächtnis of a Reich. For this video we will choose this one, because then you get way more content and also the puppets. So you will choose this one. And we also got the decision to restore the Austrian-Hungary Empire. You will also get to see which parts of which countries you will need to do that, which includes Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania and Yugoslavia. Alright, looks good for the German military junta. The civil war should end pretty soon when they reach Munich or Breslau. I don't know, probably Munich. It's interesting to see. Normally the KI chooses to defeat the south part first and then goes to the north path, but that is what it is. Sometimes it's happened. So now you will choose this focus tree, die Krone tragen, or to get the crown back. That will basically change your whole political system. You get the whole monarchy back. Nice. And the civil war in Germany ended finally. So always keep in check to get the bonuses for your production sectors, because they can really boost your economy or production speed or the quality of your guns and equipment. And now I will get some advices. One would be, or the best you should do, is one that gives you more political power, because you will need that a lot later. Which one was it? Here, this one, Adolf Scherf. He will give you 15% more political power gain, which will be needed. So now you could do this one. It gives you a nice consumer goods factor. Or you could directly go for this, which would remove the Vertrag, the Treaty of Saint-Germain, which really is really bad for your construction speed of research standards, your factory output, and the building speed of military factories. I will choose this one directly and skip this one, because we don't really need it right now. We get enough neutrality, and it shouldn't be that important. Research-wise, you get synthetic oil, so we can maybe later build an air force. And assign your generals, of course, it's really important. Austria gets pretty good or decent generals, in my opinion. So it's not that bad. So now we will have also an eye on the Germans. Which path will they choose? Currently they're neutral, but it looks like their communism is rising up, but it could be because of this focus on national spirit here, which should be gone 15 March, so pretty soon. I really hope they got monarchist path, because it would be helping us a lot. So now you have chosen this path. It's really important. Now you can either go this one way down. It's probably the worst path. It's focusing on Austria alone. I will choose this path, which will give you decisions to influence the not the Austrians, the Hungarians, to become your puppet, and practically tell them like how good it would be to become the Austrian Empire again. You also get the new flag. It's the historical flag of the Herzogtum of Austria, and you get a lot of recruitable population, which you should use to recruit a bigger army. The army right now isn't the best. I will probably add 3 more infantry units and later some artillery when our industry can produce them properly. So we will see that in a couple of minutes. So with this focus done, you should now have this little decisions here. You can see if this decision will ask them to become your puppet, and you have this little saying up there that tells you how much the chance is that they will do it. Right now it's not really good. It says that they won't do it properly. So to increase it, you can either do this one, give them a non-aggression pact, or you could like give a speech in the capital to influence them. I will choose the non-aggression pact first because it's pretty practical for ours. Yeah. So in the meantime, we will rebuild our industry because it's completely crippled. We are currently struggling because of the depression. So for our next advisor, we will get ourselves a chief of army later. That's is hidden behind the decision as well. And the Hungarians accepted our non-aggression pact. So now we will go to the industry and like give them money to like us even more. So now you have, because you have done this focus up here, have 3 options. Either you choose this one where you have production efficiency and consumer good factor, or you focus on one of the 2. I will choose the middle path because 2 at once, it's better. Now you go down this path to get this even higher up. So for factory use will go up again. I will now get more recruitable population because I want a bigger army for later. And for research, we'll always go down this path here. Mostly get your production higher up, get more building space. And the Spanish Civil War. It's a complete mess as always. Nice, really nice. So now we will degrade the chilling, and we also got some military factory. We just produce enough of everything. It will take a while for you to get everything up, because your country isn't used to get much military strange. But our first divisions now will be generated. So now you won't be able to choose the next focuses because you have done this one. This one will give you a spirit that will give you a few downgrades in stability and consumer good factors. But once it's gone, you can get the Phoenix Corporation back and can boost your economy. First of all, now I will get the this part here to get some civilian factories, because since we're only building military ones, some civilian factories would boost the construction speed a lot. Great. Our military is growing day by day. It's really nice for us. The Germans, I don't clearly see anything we're doing. They like they go down the monarchist path, annexing the Sudeten. Is it the Sudetenland? Yes, the Sudetenland. They either go this path, which is not great for us, but it's alright. We will see in the future, but they go the monarchist path, so they don't become communist. Alright, our next advisor will be... Where is he? There. The leading industrialist, which boosts our construction speed of infrastructure, civilian industry and everything. It's a nice basic to have, just in case. Now you will get radios, so you can later build them as well in your tanks if you want to build any. I will probably get some medium tanks later. Now our industrial log would be increased soon. I won't do that now. I will get my chief of army. There are two you can choose of. One will give you greater defense in your core country or core states, and for militias, I don't really like that one. I also go to partial mobilization now. Yeah, so next research point will be to get anti-air, because it's cheaper than the artillery and therefore more practical for us, because we don't have that many resources. So now you have the decision: either you go down this path, which will give your army experience and reduce training time for the troops, or you go down this path, which gives you more defense and more attack in your core states. I will choose this one to raise the bigger armies way quicker. It's really good, and because we won't really fight a lot in our core states. Alright, by now you should have 10 divisions. You could improve them by the numbers a little, but your industry will take a toll on it, or your production, as you can see. But it's not a big problem. So now you can choose either this army general or this one, Franz Böhme or Alfred Jansa. You have them here. So the one gives you defense and the other one gives you attack. Either way, I will choose the defense one because it's practical. We won't have a big army to really attack, so we could like stay defense. So we will choose Alfred Jansa. Also, always make sure you give your leaders or military leaders the focuses, like here. Here an organization, it's pretty neat. The Verstärken, the reinforcements. And looks like in Spain the normal Spanish Republic will win. It could be a future ally of the communist. So now we have our military advisor. We can now focus again on the Hungarians. So you can now request them to join your country in the puppets. Now it will be highly accepted. And you can now go for the Czechs next, so you can get them before the Germans do. Great, now they accepted our demands. Interestingly, they don't get our puppet. Maybe I choose the wrong path. I don't know, but we get their whole military as ours, which we can now integrate. And also we get them their factories and resources, which we can now use to improve our production. And I also will start to build some anti-air now. And our army also gets the options to get the Yugoslavian parts as well. I won't get any more divisions right now because we will need the manpower later on, so just improve your infantry equipment and wait a little, and you will obviously see now why you need so much political power, because they need some time. Also, the Greeks have an uprising of fascists. Interesting. I don't see that very often in the game, but it's interesting. And obviously the Spanish Civil War will end soon and Spain wins, so no fascist, monarchist or communist Spain for now, which is interesting to see. Usually when I play the game, most of the time the Germans interfere and win. And we have the Soviet Civil War, which will weaken them a lot, which is pretty good for us now. So, this one. Sadly, they don't choose Trotsky. I like the Trotsky path of the Soviet Union more because it's just starts down here in Kiev. It looks better on the maps, to be honest. I will go down now. The other focuses here, and I will choose this one. It will give us another civil factory and improve our research speed on certain parts of the industry path. We also get our trucks research up and improve our radio. And now we will ask the Czechs to join our empire, which they will likely accept, which will also boost our industry. And now that the natural spirit is gone, we will restore the Phoenix operation or corporation to gain back the Phoenix, which will greatly improve our industry and is a nice thing to have. The Czechs accepted, which is really good, but sadly we don't have the Sudetenland anymore, so it's a lot weaker now. And we get 35 more divisions. We will split them in half, give it the one general, and make a second army group. This one will go down to those borders now, and this one will be up here. You can choose any general you want. I will just choose randomly which one. And also we get a little bit more of the air forces, because the Czechs apparently have a lot of those. So you can now assign them to your main force to have some air support. You also get some of their industry, which boosts our industry way more. And we could now start to research some tanks and improve our industry by building some more civilian industry for later, so we can produce a lot of new equipment. And as you can see, our industry now slowly catches up. We produce a lot of guns and support equipment as well as anti-air, which will be really good for our troops later. Alright. Now we could get a big industrial growth, which I will probably choose because it decreases our consumer good factor by 45%, gives us 20% more factory production and 50% bonus on the building of civilian factories, which is pretty OP if you ask me. And now we also have the national spirit of the Phoenix. We have political power, we get raw recruitable Bevölkerungsfaktor, stability and war support, which will give us a lot of advantages. We will ask a Yugoslavian country now to join our country as well, and we will ban communism because communism is bad for us. Also, our final advertiser will be for the spy network, which we will get now too, because it will give us another spy which we can use later on to get in the collaboration government on any enemy we will have in the future. Also, after we get Yugoslavia, we should get army officer. We get some lands back, of course, but interestingly the Italians now are at war with France and Yugoslavia as well as Romania, which is definitely a loss for the Italians now, because they don't stand any chance. So, for your military spirits, I will choose Grand Battle Plan, because it's always the best. It gives you nice bonuses on support troops and, you know, just gives you even more. So we will ask Czechs now to give us more of our parts in the Balkan, and we will get the focus for the choices for Romania next. So we will improve even more, maybe improve the relations with them, which might help. As we can see, the Yugoslavs seem to struggle a lot, but the French easily overrun the Italians right now, because the Italians can't manage this many front lines at once. They are just way too weak right now. They have around 150 divisions. The French alone have 150 as well. The Yugoslavs have 35 and the Romanian do too. And we will have our first spies. We will get them into Romania. And also research new equipment. And a better anti-air equipped states. Also, you should get this part here. It will reduce your production costs, which is a nice little bonus for your production, obviously, for infantry equipment and support equipment. Right, please. India got independent and is in the faction with Japan. So Japan seems to win the Chinese war now, because they have a two-sides or two-front war with them. And India has a war goal on Britain. Right, can't I? Is it because of the decision I did earlier with the Yugoslavs? So now I have to wait until they lose. It's interesting. It will slow down our progress, but it's not a big problem. We will now get our fourth research slot to just research things faster, more important, and everything else. We also get another military advisor. We will have the infantry expert, because it gives us nice bonuses. Next, we have the best stuff. You can go down more construction speed, but I will choose more production growth, because we will need it in the future. And I hope this war ends soon, because it slows down my progress right now. And seems like Turkey won the war against the Greeks, which looks really interesting. I hope no Greeks or Turks will see my video now and be like really mad about it. We could also increase our infrastructure, which we will greatly do because it will give us more resources and will improve our construction speeds, our factories in the regions. But also in general we get more building space. Seems like the Yugoslavian front stabilizes a little bit, which is good. The Italians get pushed back. They already lost Albania. So the Italians will probably lose, which isn't so bad for us. The Germans like us a lot. We can improve the relations there a little bit more. Yeah, seems like the Italians will probably lose this war, and I hope the peace deal won't look as disgusting as it usually does. They also had a lot of progress in Africa, which they already lose too. They get pushed back in the north from France, and they probably won't recover from that. So next we will research resources, so we can go down this path, which will give us a lot of more of iron, more of steel, also construction speeds, civilian factories, and later on also oil. Now we will reform the Mittelmächte, the central powers like in World War I, to maybe get Germany in it, Bulgaria, and probably Italy, but I won't. Oh, I hope we don't get the Italians because, yeah, they obviously lose a war right now. Well, maybe, probably we should join the war because then we could take the lands in Yugoslavia for ourselves. Nice, Bulgaria and Germany join our faction. This is great. Yeah, we could ask the Swiss to give us back our land there. Or but we could get a war goal against France here. We will choose this one. Since the Germans have a lot of troops right now, and with the Bulgarians we should defeat the Yugoslavian army really fast, which would also help the Italians. If they didn't also declare war on the British, I think they are mad as fuck right now. And I don't know who is the leader in on the decisions, because I probably should switch that one. We also prepare plans to invade Bulgaria now, because we will be soon at war with them, as well with Yugoslavia. So we get our main troop down here to help the Italians crush the Yugoslavians fast, then go to Romania and crush them. The Italians push back in northern Italy. Interesting. But they will probably lose Africa sooner or later. The British first need to get all their troops there, but it won't take them for too long. And why the hell is Spanish Civil War still going? How can they not win? It's just a couple tiles they need to conquer. How the fuck? Nice. Also get more research and done in the meantime. And research some Air Force tech for later now. And get a little bit more civilian industry before we will get some oil refineries to get some rubber to start building air force. Nice. We now have the war goal against the United States and France. I will declare war on the French now, which will force the Italians to ask to join our faction, which we will greatly accept. And now we will join their war, which will put us again in a war against the Romanians and the Yugoslavians. We will immediately start pushing because they don't have any troops to cover that. Why aren't they coming down? Ah, fuck, I forgot they have a decision or have their orders down there. Yeah. A little mistake of mine, but it's not that bad. We can now do this and attack. So we also get the Polish part now to get Krakow back sooner or later. The Romanians fight back a lot, but together with the Germans we should win this pretty soon-ish. And France capitulated. The Germans overrun them like crazy because they probably didn't have anything in the Maginot Line, which is great for us. One big power out of the war. And I see a gap here. We can now go through there. And maybe, just maybe attack Belgrade now. Ooh. The communist China wants to join our faction. No thanks, but non-aggression pacts. Thank you. But why would they're a communist, why do they want to join us now? Nice, more military factories. We will use them to build more guns. And we will research more oil production and more rubber production, since we will need those resources pretty soon. And we start pushing against the Romanians now. Is Bulgaria in the war? No. Maybe we can... Ah, nice. Yugoslavia capitulated. Now we can use our whole might against them. Which should end this war pretty soon-ish. And we would only have to defeat the British. Great. We don't have we a lot? Do we have naval superiority here? Not now, but it could be changed soon, so... Ah, nice. Now Bulgaria joined the war. We will probably defeat the Romanians in a couple of seconds. And that would be Bulgaria. And we get even bigger now. But sadly we miss this part up here. But from this part you would probably know you should go to war against Germany pretty soon later. After you defeated the British. And that should be that done for the Austria and Hungary path you will get down here, and that's basically it. I hope you liked this video. Please leave a like and subscribe this channel. And I hope you liked the first video. Yeah. See you in the next one.